Hi, Easy North. I'm really excited to go on another water adventure with you guys today. I was doing Jill's experiment from the other day, and it really got me thinking and asking more questions about how water moves. I was thinking about the other experiments we did. We did one where water was racing each other. We got to see how it moved that way. We did one where water was swirling all around as it changed colors. That was one where we got to see water move. And Jill's experiment showed us that water can even move up and down if we give it a way to do so. Water is really cool, but also makes me think a lot. I have so many questions about water, and I realized that one really cool way I could learn more about it is to look for some water in my house. So I think I'm going to go on a water adventure. You can come with me and we can see what kinds of water I find just inside of my home. Let's go. So I was thinking, I had to do a little bit of thinking. I was thinking about the places that I probably could find water. I decided to write them down so I could make sure that I hit every single one. You can do that too. I'll show you what I did. So this is what I wrote down so I can record. It's part of my science journal. I think when you last saw my science journal, I told you that I was doing it so that I could use one piece of paper a lot. So I'm still doing that. On the front, it says water in my house. That's what I'm going on my water adventure for, to find water in my house. So I have 4 boxes, so I decided to find 4 places where I could find water. I think the first place I'm gonna look is going to be the freezer. Let's go and see what I find in there. Okay, so I'm going to the freezer because I remembered that sometimes when I get really, really thirsty, I come in here and I get a special kind of water, and I want to see if I still have it in here. I think I do. Okay, look what I found, this type of water. Ellie is helping me do a really close look at the water. We're looking as close as we can. What do we see? Whoa, I actually think I'm going to take one of them out. I'm going to show you up close what it looks like. This is what it looks like here. This water looks like this up close. Oh yeah, Ellie's still looking to see what kind of water is in there. All right, I'm going to draw this and make sure I add a lot of detail. I can see it's not actually very flat, so I'm going to draw some bumps and chunks in this ice cube. I'll show you at the end when I'm done all of my drawings, but I wanted to let you know that after each one, I'm drawing what I see. I'm taking a really close look like me and Ellie were just doing, and I'm drawing and recording what I see in my science journal. So there's another place I realized I could find water in my house. It's a place that Izzy B likes to be. It is the cat's water fountain. And if you look really closely, you can see that there's water coming out of there. Okay, that's the second place I found water in my house. I'm gonna go and find a third place. Remember, we're finding 4 places. I've got 2 down and 2 to go. Here we go. Great. You can see that I have Ghost at my house, and she's really excited to say hi to you guys. She said, don't forget about me. I live in water. So I am counting Ghost as part of my water adventure hunt in my house. So here's Ghost, the baby beta. She's getting a little bit bigger, and she lives in water. She's at my house, so I'm going to count her as part of my science journal. I'm going to go and draw what I see in my science journal. We'll be right back. One place Nick reminded me that there's a lot of water is inside of my kettle. I really like to drink tea. If you look inside of there, All right, that's 4 things I've got. I've got water from the freezer. I've got water from the cat fountain. I've got water from ghost tank. And I've got water from the kettle. I'm going to go make sure all of those are down in my science journal and think a little bit more about what else I want to know about them. Okay, EC North, I wrote down where I found water in my house. It's all in my science journal. It says freezer. I did that close look with Ellie about water I found in the freezer. It says fountain. I did the water I found in the cat fountain. There's the tank with ghost in it, and there's the kettle. And I drew these little lines because the kettle and the cup I had something coming up out of it. And all of my drawings made me want to ask more questions. I was thinking about Jill's experiment again and how we were thinking about how water moves. So I think I want to learn more about how does water move in all of these different spaces. You know what helps me discover new things and answer some questions? I like to think like the thing I want to learn more about. So I'm going to start thinking like a water droplet. I'm going to go on an adventure to see how water's moving in all those different places. Come along with me. All right, I'm back, and you might can see that I decided that to be a water droplet, it would be easiest for me to dress like one. So I'm a water droplet, and the first thing I'm thinking about is what is it like if I'm a water droplet in the freezer? I'm a water droplet in the freezer. I think I'm gonna be shivering cold. Let's double check with the water we got from the freezer. The water we got from the freezer is here, like this. And it's very, very cold. Okay, I'm thinking about what happens when something is cold. Looking at the water that I found in the freezer, and I'm thinking, it doesn't look like it's moving at all. I'm looking close. Here, you guys take a look. Do you guys feel like the water's really moving? If it's moving, it must be moving very, very slowly. I think so. I'm going to write slow on the bottom of my science journal under where it says freezer, because that's where I got this water from, the freezer. All right, I'm ready to find out how I'm moving as a water droplet if I'm in the cat fountain. Let's go. All right, I'm a water droplet and I was just in the freezer. Now I'm making my way as a water droplet to the cat fountain. I wonder how I'm gonna move when I get there. Let's find out. All right, I'm at the cat fountain as a water droplet. And I'm thinking about how I'm moving if I'm a water droplet at the cat fountain. Let's take a close look. Whoa, that water is moving really, really quickly. So I think I'm gonna write quickly down in my science journal. I'm a water droplet and I'm moving quickly, so I'm off to the next space. Let's go. Water droplets are shiny and swirly to me, so I'm swirling on to my next destination, Ghost Tank. Here it is, the water's flowing. It looks really similar to the fountain. So interesting. I think I'm gonna write fast and quickly, just like I did for the water fountain. Those are really similar. All right, we're off to the last space. I'm whirling and twirling back to my kettle as a water droplet. All right, here's my kettle. I don't know if you guys can see that stuff that's coming out of the spout. Let's open it up and make sure. I'm curious about how that is moving in there. Let's pour it out again so we can get a closer look. Pouring it into the cup. Whoa. That stuff that's coming out of the top is moving really, really, really fast. Maybe even faster than the water that was flowing from the fountain or ghost tank. Okay, I'm gonna write really fast on my science journal, and I'm ready to do even more exploring. All right, me and Ellie are back, and my journey as a water droplet is complete. I wrote down on my science journal paper all of the ways that water was moving in all the places I found in my house that there was water. I wrote slow for the ice. Remember, it wasn't really moving at all. I wrote quick for the cat fountain. I wrote quick for the tank, and I wrote very quickly for the kettle. Now I'm wondering a really big question, and that is why? Why are they moving like that? I hope we can find out soon. Now it's your turn. Go and find your science journal. Think about 4 places you can find water in your house, and go and think like a water droplet. You can dress up like me, or you can just use your regular clothes and think about how that water is moving. When you're done, you want to write everything down. You want to write what you found and how it's moving. We can't wait to see what you guys come up with, how water's moving in your house and where it's moving.